Why beans are a superfood for diabetics. Stabilize blood sugar, boost insulin, and improve heart health. Introduction. Diabetes is a chronic condition that occurs when the body cannot produce enough insulin or cannot use insulin effectively. This leads to elevated blood glucose levels, which can cause long-term damage to various organs if not managed properly. Nutrition plays a pivotal role in managing diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes, where lifestyle changes can significantly influence disease progression and even remission. Carbohydrates have the most immediate impact on blood sugar levels, but the quality of those carbs, and the other nutrients you consume alongside them, can drastically alter your body's glycemic response. Fiber slows digestion, protein aids in satiety and muscle maintenance, and healthy fats can support hormone balance and reduce inflammation. Moreover, some foods contain compounds that improve insulin sensitivity, reduce oxidative stress, and support the pancreas. These natural mechanisms help the body process glucose more efficiently, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce the need for medications over time. In this comprehensive guide, we explore the top 6 best foods for diabetics, diving deep into how each food works, what nutrients it contains, and why it's particularly beneficial for people aiming to lower blood sugar naturally. 1. Fatty fish. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring, and trout are nutritional powerhouses for anyone, but especially for individuals with diabetes. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, both of which have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory and cardiovascular benefits. Why fatty fish is important for diabetics. People with diabetes are at a significantly increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, both common in diabetics, contribute to the damage of blood vessels and the cardiovascular system. Omega-3 fatty acids help reduce this inflammation, protect against arrhythmias, improve arterial function, and lower triglyceride levels. Additionally, fatty fish is high in high-quality protein. Protein helps to stabilize blood sugar by slowing down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. When consumed in a meal, protein can moderate the glycemic response, preventing sharp spikes in blood glucose levels. This is particularly helpful for type 2 diabetics trying to maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. Clinical evidence. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that people who consumed more omega-3 rich fish had lower fasting blood glucose and improved post-meal glucose control. Another long-term study observed that regular consumption of fatty fish was linked to a decreased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, especially in overweight individuals. Insulin sensitivity and inflammation. Fatty acids from fish help build the fluidity of cell membranes, which in turn enhances insulin receptor function. Improved cell membrane function means insulin can work more effectively, promoting better glucose uptake by cells. This increases insulin sensitivity and may help reduce insulin resistance, a hallmark of type 2 diabetes. In addition, omega-3s have been shown to reduce levels of CRP, C-reactive protein, a marker of systemic inflammation. Inflammation is not just a byproduct of diabetes. It can also worsen insulin resistance and increase the risk of complications. Best ways to eat fatty fish. For diabetics, preparation methods matter. Choose grilled, baked, or steamed fish rather than fried, as frying adds unhealthy fats and extra calories. Pair your fish with low glycemic vegetables like broccoli, spinach, or cauliflower for a balanced, blood sugar-friendly meal. Salmon baked with olive oil and herbs, sardines in a tomato-based stew, or grilled mackerel with a side of leafy greens are all excellent meal ideas. Even canned salmon or sardines, packed in water or olive oil, are nutritious and convenient for quick meals. Additional nutrients in fatty fish. Besides omega-3s and protein, fatty fish are a good source of vitamin D, which many diabetics are deficient in. Vitamin D plays a role in glucose metabolism, and adequate levels have been associated with improved insulin sensitivity. Fatty fish also contains selenium and B vitamins, which support cellular function and energy metabolism. Summary. Fatty fish stands out as a top-tier food for people managing diabetes. Its unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids, protein, vitamins, and minerals make it essential for reducing inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, supporting heart health, and regulating blood sugar levels. Including 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week is a simple yet powerful dietary change that can contribute significantly to better diabetes management. 2. Leafy greens. Leafy green vegetables such as spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, and arugula are nutritional powerhouses and among the best foods for managing diabetes. They are exceptionally low in calories and carbohydrates, which means they have a minimal impact on blood glucose levels. But more importantly, their rich nutrient profile offers specific benefits that help improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and support overall metabolic health. Low glycemic impact with high nutrient density. Leafy greens are incredibly low on the glycemic index, meaning they have a very small effect on blood sugar when consumed. For example, 1 cup of raw spinach has only about 1 gram of carbohydrates and 7 calories, yet it's packed with important vitamins and minerals. This makes leafy greens ideal for blood sugar management because they provide essential nutrients without causing spikes in glucose. One of the key nutrients found in abundance in leafy greens is magnesium. Magnesium plays a critical role in insulin regulation. It acts as a cofactor for enzymes involved in glucose metabolism. Low magnesium levels are commonly found in people with type 2 diabetes and are associated with worsening insulin resistance. Antioxidants and inflammation reduction. Leafy greens are rich in antioxidants, particularly vitamin C, beta-carotene, and polyphenol, all of which fight oxidative stress and lower inflammation. People with diabetes tend to have higher levels of free radicals in the body, which cause cellular damage and impair insulin sensitivity. The antioxidants found in greens neutralize these free radicals, providing a protective effect for the pancreas and blood vessels. Furthermore, leafy greens contain nitrate compounds, which improve circulation and reduce blood pressure by dilating blood vessels. This is significant for diabetics because they are at increased risk of hypertension and cardiovascular disease. Enhanced blood flow also improves nutrient delivery throughout the body and may assist in better glucose utilization by muscle cells. Fiber for glycemic control. Fiber, especially soluble fiber, slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. Leafy greens contain both soluble and insoluble fiber, which helps regulate digestion and prolong the emptying of the stomach. This effect can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes, one of the biggest challenges diabetics face. Moreover, fiber contributes to feelings of fullness and aids in weight management, a crucial part of diabetes control. Maintaining a healthy body weight improves insulin sensitivity and may even lead to remission of type 2 diabetes in some individuals. Gut health and immunity. The fiber in leafy greens also supports a healthy gut microbiome. A balanced gut flora has been linked to improved metabolic function and reduced insulin resistance. Gut bacteria help ferment fiber, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which play an anti-inflammatory role and support insulin signaling. Also, greens like spinach and kale contain chlorophyll, which acts as a natural detoxifier, removing harmful compounds from the bloodstream and improving liver health, an organ deeply involved in glucose storage and regulation. Clinical research on leafy greens and diabetes. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that increasing daily intake of green leafy vegetables significantly reduced the risk of type 2 diabetes. According to the study, participants who consumed at least 1.5 servings of leafy greens per day had a 14% lower risk of developing diabetes than those who ate less. Another research review highlighted that vegetables rich in antioxidants and fiber improved glycemic control and insulin response in both diabetic and pre-diabetic individuals. How to include leafy greens in a diabetic diet. One of the best things about leafy greens is their versatility. You can eat them raw in salads, blend them into smoothies, sauté them with garlic and olive oil, steam them as a side dish, or add them to soups and stews. Spinach omelets, kale chips, or collard greens wraps are creative, diabetic-friendly meal options. For maximum benefit, choose dark leafy greens like kale, arugula, and Swiss chard over lighter ones like iceberg lettuce. The darker the leaf, the richer it is in nutrients and antioxidants. Be cautious with salad dressings and toppings. Many commercial products are high in sugars and unhealthy fats. Opt for olive oil, vinegar, lemon juice, or homemade dressings with natural herbs. Vitamin K and blood thinners. One note of caution. Leafy greens are high in vitamin K, which helps with blood clotting. If you're on blood-thinning medication like warfarin, consult your doctor about how much vitamin K you can consume safely. That said, consistency is key. Don't drastically change your intake of vitamin K-rich foods without medical advice. Summary. Leafy greens are an essential part of a diabetic diet. Their low calorie and carbohydrate content, high levels of fiber, magnesium, and antioxidants, along with their anti-inflammatory properties, make them ideal for controlling blood sugar and reducing diabetes complications. Incorporating 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens into your meals every day can have a substantial impact on your overall metabolic health and long-term glucose control. 3. Avocados. Avocados are often praised as a superfood, and for good reason. They are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, fiber, and a wide range of vitamins and minerals, all of which contribute to stable blood sugar levels and improved insulin sensitivity. For individuals managing diabetes, avocados offer a low-carb, nutrient-dense option that supports heart health, weight control, and metabolic balance. Low in carbs, high in healthy fats. Unlike most fruits, avocados contain very little sugar or digestible carbohydrates. A typical serving, about 1/2 of a medium avocado, contains only 1 gram of sugar and roughly 2 grams of net carbs. This makes it an ideal choice for diabetics who need to manage their carbohydrate intake to avoid spikes in blood glucose. What avocados do offer in abundance is monounsaturated fat, specifically oleic acid. This type of fat helps reduce levels of LDL, bad cholesterol, increase HDL, good cholesterol, and lower inflammation. More importantly for diabetics, monounsaturated fats improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for the body to transport glucose from the blood into cells. Fiber and satiety. One of avocado's greatest benefits lies in its fiber content. A single avocado contains around 13 to 14 grams of fiber, nearly half of the recommended daily intake. Fiber slows down the digestion of food, which helps prevent rapid rises in blood sugar after meals. It also supports gut health and reduces the glycemic load of any meal it accompanies. Additionally, the combination of healthy fats and fiber promotes satiety, or the feeling of fullness. This helps diabetics avoid overeating or snacking on high-sugar foods between meals, a common issue in blood sugar management. Long-term weight maintenance or reduction becomes easier with foods that help control appetite naturally. Avocados and insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a core issue in type 2 diabetes. It occurs when cells no longer respond well to insulin, and glucose builds up in the blood instead of being absorbed. Research has shown that diets rich in monounsaturated fats, like those found in avocados, can enhance the ability of cells to respond to insulin effectively. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that participants who consumed diets high in monounsaturated fats had significantly improved insulin sensitivity compared to those who consumed diets high in saturated fats or refined carbs. These findings support avocado's role in a balanced, diabetic-friendly diet. Heart health benefits. People with diabetes are at greater risk for cardiovascular disease. Fortunately, avocados provide several heart protective nutrients, including potassium, folate, magnesium, and vitamin E. Potassium, in particular, helps lower blood pressure by balancing sodium levels in the body and relaxing blood vessel walls. Vitamin E acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting blood vessels from oxidative damage. This is crucial because diabetes increases the risk of atherosclerosis, or the hardening and narrowing of the arteries, due to prolonged exposure to high blood sugar. Weight management and diabetes control. Weight control is often essential in managing type 2 diabetes, and avocados can help in this area. Despite their calorie density, studies show that people who eat avocados regularly tend to weigh less and have a lower body mass index, BMI, than those who don't. Their unique composition makes them satisfying without leading to excessive calorie intake. Avocados may also help target visceral fat, the type of fat stored around the abdomen and organs that's closely linked to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Nutrients that support blood sugar control. Avocados are rich in magnesium, a mineral involved in more than 300 enzymatic reactions, including glucose regulation and insulin function. Many people with diabetes are deficient in magnesium, and increasing dietary intake can improve glucose handling and insulin sensitivity. They also contain B vitamins, which support energy metabolism, and lutein and zeaxanthin, which promote eye health, important for diabetics at risk of retinopathy. Best ways to eat avocados for diabetics. Avocados are versatile and can be added to meals in many ways. Try them sliced on top of salads, mashed onto whole grain toast, sparingly, blended into smoothies, or as a healthy addition to wraps, soups, and dips like guacamole. For diabetics, it's best to pair avocado with lean proteins or low glycemic vegetables. For example, grilled chicken with avocado salad or scrambled eggs with avocado slices is a balanced and blood sugar-friendly combination. Just be cautious with portion size. While avocados are healthy, they are also calorie-dense. Eating half an avocado per meal is typically sufficient to gain all the health benefits without overdoing the calories. Scientific research and avocados. A study conducted by the Nutrition Journal showed that people who consumed half an avocado with their lunch reported a 40% decrease in desire to eat for hours afterward and had more stable blood sugar levels. Another study found that avocado extract could help reduce blood glucose levels and protect against oxidative stress in diabetic animal models. Summary. Avocados offer an impressive array of benefits for people with diabetes. With their low carbohydrate content, healthy fats, and high fiber, they promote insulin sensitivity, improve cholesterol, lower inflammation, and support weight management. Including avocados regularly in your diet is a smart, natural way to help maintain stable blood sugar levels and prevent diabetes-related complications. For eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete, nutrient-dense foods available, and they can be a valuable part of a diabetic-friendly diet. With virtually zero carbohydrates, high-quality protein, and a range of essential nutrients, eggs can help stabilize blood sugar, promote satiety, and support metabolic health. They're also affordable, easy to prepare, and versatile in recipes, making them a practical choice for anyone managing type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. Zero carbohydrates, no sugar spike. One of the greatest advantages of eggs for diabetics is their lack of carbohydrates. Since carbs have the most direct and immediate impact on blood sugar levels, foods like eggs that are naturally carb-free are ideal for keeping glucose levels stable. Whether eaten alone or as part of a balanced meal, eggs do not contribute to blood sugar spikes and help keep energy levels consistent throughout the day. Protein power for blood sugar stability. Eggs are a rich source of complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. Protein plays a crucial role in blood sugar management because it slows the absorption of glucose, helps repair and build tissues, and promotes satiety. When eaten with other foods, protein can help buffer the glycemic impact of meals, making them more diabetes-friendly. A single large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein and only 70 to 80 calories. This makes eggs an efficient way to get essential nutrients without the risk of weight gain when eaten in moderation. Eggs and insulin sensitivity. A growing body of research suggests that regular egg consumption may support improved insulin sensitivity. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals with type 2 diabetes who consumed a high-protein, moderate-fat breakfast including eggs experienced improved insulin response and lower blood sugar throughout the day. Another study from Finland tracked middle-aged men for over 2 decades and found that those who ate more eggs had a significantly lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The researchers attributed this to the protein and bioactive compounds in eggs that may help regulate glucose metabolism and reduce inflammation. Healthy fats and cholesterol. Eggs are often criticized for their cholesterol content. One large egg contains about 185 milligrams of cholesterol, mostly in the yolk. However, research has largely debunked the myth that dietary cholesterol significantly raises blood cholesterol in most people. In fact, eggs contain HDL-boosting good fats such as omega-3s, especially in pasture-raised or enriched eggs, and monounsaturated fats, both of which can help lower the risk of heart disease. This is especially important for people with diabetes, who face a higher risk of cardiovascular issues. Choline, lutein, and other nutrients. Eggs are also rich in choline, a nutrient vital for liver function and brain health. Choline helps regulate metabolism and aids in the transportation of fat and cholesterol in the bloodstream, processes that are often impaired in people with insulin resistance. In addition, egg yolks are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants that protect the eyes from damage caused by oxidative stress and blue light. This is crucial for diabetics, who are at increased risk for diabetic retinopathy, a condition that can lead to vision loss if not managed. Satiety and weight control. Controlling body weight is often a cornerstone of diabetes management, and eggs can help. Their protein and fat content makes them extremely filling, helping to curb cravings and reduce the tendency to snack between meals. This can lead to reduced calorie intake over time and improved weight management. Studies have shown that people who eat eggs for breakfast feel fuller for longer and consume fewer calories later in the day compared to those who eat high-carb meals like bagels or cereal. Sustained satiety can help with portion control and prevent unhealthy food choices throughout the day. Best ways to prepare eggs for diabetics. Preparation matters when it comes to eggs. Avoid frying them in unhealthy oils or pairing them with processed meats like bacon or sausage, which can increase saturated fat and sodium intake. Instead, try boiled or poached eggs, scrambled eggs cooked in olive oil, omelets filled with vegetables and herbs, egg muffins baked with spinach and bell peppers, deviled eggs made with Greek yogurt instead of mayo. You can also use eggs to enhance meals by adding them to salads, grain bowls, or stir-fries. How many eggs are safe to eat? Most healthy adults, including people with type 2 diabetes, can safely consume up to 1 egg per day, or 7 to 12 eggs per week, depending on overall diet and cholesterol levels. If you have specific concerns about cholesterol, consult with your healthcare provider, as responses to dietary cholesterol can vary between individuals. For added health benefits, consider choosing omega-3 enriched or pasture-raised eggs, which tend to have better fat profiles and more nutrients. Summary. Eggs are a blood sugar-friendly food packed with protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients. They provide long-lasting energy, improve insulin response, support eye and brain health, and help with weight control, all of which are vital for managing diabetes. When eaten in moderation and prepared healthfully, eggs can be a regular and reliable part of any diabetic diet. 6. Beans. Beans are an exceptional food for people with diabetes. They are packed with complex carbohydrates, plant-based protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, all of which work together to support blood sugar stability, improve insulin sensitivity, and promote overall metabolic health. From black beans to lentils, kidney beans to chickpeas, these legumes offer diverse options for meals that are filling, nutritious, and blood sugar friendly. Low glycemic index and complex carbohydrates. Beans are rich in carbohydrates, but they're the right kind of carbohydrates. Complex carbs that break down slowly and steadily. Unlike simple sugars or refined starches, which cause rapid blood sugar spikes, the carbs in beans are digested over time, allowing for gradual glucose release into the bloodstream. The glycemic index, GI, of most beans is quite low, typically between 28 and 38. This means that when you eat beans, your blood sugar levels rise slowly and remain more stable over several hours. For diabetics, this helps reduce the likelihood of blood sugar crashes or sudden glucose surges. Rich in fiber, especially soluble fiber. Beans are one of the best sources of soluble fiber, a type of fiber that dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in the digestive tract. This gel slows down the absorption of glucose, preventing sharp post-meal blood sugar rises. Just 1 cup of cooked beans can provide up to 15 grams of fiber, half of the recommended daily intake. Fiber also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, promoting a healthy microbiome. A balanced gut environment has been linked to improved insulin sensitivity and reduced systemic inflammation, both crucial for managing type 2 diabetes. Plant-based protein and satiety. Beans are also a high-protein plant food, making them especially useful for vegetarians and vegans managing diabetes. Protein plays an essential role in stabilizing blood sugar, supporting muscle health, and enhancing satiety. The combination of protein and fiber makes beans incredibly satisfying, reducing hunger and supporting weight control. This is important because maintaining a healthy weight can help reverse insulin resistance and lower the risk of diabetes complications. Improved insulin sensitivity. Regular consumption of beans has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, which allows the body to use insulin more effectively and reduces the amount needed to control blood sugar. A study published in the journal Archives of Internal Medicine found that people with type 2 diabetes who ate legumes daily experienced improved glucose control and lower blood pressure compared to those who did not include beans in their diet. This is particularly significant because improving insulin response is not only beneficial for managing existing diabetes but also for preventing its progression in prediabetic individuals. Packed with nutrients that support diabetics. Beans contain a wide range of nutrients that support health in people with diabetes. Magnesium helps improve insulin sensitivity and supports over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. Potassium balances sodium levels and helps manage blood pressure, which is often elevated in diabetics. Iron and folate, essential for red blood cell production and energy levels, often compromised in people with chronic health conditions. Antioxidants. Beans, especially black beans and kidney beans, are rich in antioxidants that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, two major factors in diabetes-related complications. Heart health benefits. Diabetics are at a higher risk for heart disease, but beans help counteract that risk. The soluble fiber in beans binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract, helping to remove it from the body. Regular consumption of beans has been shown to lower LDL, bad, cholesterol and improve HDL, good cholesterol levels. Additionally, the magnesium and potassium in beans help lower blood pressure, relax blood vessels, and reduce strain on the cardiovascular system. Weight loss and blood sugar balance. Because beans digest slowly and help you feel full longer, they can play a significant role in weight management. One of the most powerful tools in diabetes prevention and reversal. People who include beans in their diets tend to have lower BMIs, smaller waistlines, and better metabolic health overall. By keeping hunger in check and reducing the desire to snack on high-sugar foods, beans help prevent the kind of eating habits that often lead to poor blood sugar control. Best beans for diabetics and how to prepare them. Some of the best options for people with diabetes include black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, garbanzo beans, lentils, red, green or brown, navy beans, pinto beans. Beans can be added to soups, stews, salads, wraps, or served as a side dish. When using canned beans, be sure to rinse them thoroughly to remove excess sodium, which can raise blood pressure. For the healthiest option, cook dry beans from scratch with herbs and spices instead of salt. To create a balanced meal, pair beans with vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. For example, a quinoa and black bean bowl with avocado and spinach is a powerful blood sugar-friendly combination. Scientific support. Multiple clinical studies support the benefits of beans for diabetics. A randomized controlled trial published in Diabetologia showed that participants who replaced high GI foods with beans experienced better glycemic control and lower A1C levels over 3 months. Another study in Nutrition Journal found that adding legumes to the diet for at least 8 weeks significantly improved fasting blood glucose and insulin levels in people with type 2 diabetes. Summary. Beans are a diabetic superfood offering complex carbs, plant-based protein, and heart-healthy fiber. Their low glycemic index, satiety-enhancing properties, and ability to improve insulin sensitivity make them an ideal food choice for blood sugar control. Regularly incorporating beans into meals can lower glucose levels, support weight loss, and reduce the risk of diabetes complications. 5. Chia seeds. Chia seeds may be tiny, but they pack a mighty nutritional punch, especially for those managing diabetes. These ancient superseeds are rich in fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, plant-based protein, and antioxidants. Their unique ability to absorb liquid and form a gel-like consistency also makes them incredibly useful for blood sugar management, weight control, and gut health, all critical components of diabetes care. Slow-release carbs and blood sugar control. Chia seeds are incredibly low in digestible carbohydrates. A typical serving, about 2 tablespoons, contains 12 grams of carbohydrates, but 10 of those are insoluble fiber, meaning the body doesn't absorb them. The remaining 2 grams are digested very slowly, resulting in a gradual and steady release of glucose into the bloodstream, rather than a sharp spike. This makes chia seeds a low glycemic index (GI) food, meaning they help maintain stable blood sugar levels after meals. The gel-like texture they form when soaked in water further slows down digestion and sugar absorption. Fiber content and satiety. Chia seeds are one of the richest plant sources of dietary fiber, containing about 10 grams per ounce. This fiber acts in several ways to aid blood sugar control. It slows carbohydrate digestion and reduces post-meal glucose spikes. It supports gut health, which is linked to insulin sensitivity. It promotes a feeling of fullness, reducing overeating and supporting weight loss. Since many people with type 2 diabetes are overweight or obese, incorporating high-fiber foods like chia seeds can support a healthier body weight, improve metabolic markers, and lower insulin resistance over time. Plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. Chia seeds are one of the best plant-based sources of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that has anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is a key contributor to insulin resistance, so eating anti-inflammatory foods like chia seeds can help improve the body's ability to use insulin effectively. While ALA isn't as potent as the EPA and DHA found in fish, the regular consumption of chia seeds still contributes positively to overall omega-3 intake. For vegetarians and vegans managing diabetes, this makes chia seeds particularly valuable. Protein for muscle and metabolism. Chia seeds also contain a decent amount of plant-based protein, with about 4 to 5 grams per 2 tablespoons. This protein supports muscle maintenance, energy balance, and helps regulate blood sugar. Including protein in meals can blunt the blood sugar response to carbohydrate-rich foods, making meals more diabetic-friendly. The combination of fiber, fat, and protein in chia seeds makes them a well-balanced food that helps prevent energy crashes and keeps appetite in check. Heart health and blood pressure benefits. Diabetics have a significantly increased risk of heart disease, and chia seeds contribute several nutrients that support cardiovascular health. Omega-3s help reduce LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. Soluble fiber binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract, aiding in its removal. Magnesium and potassium help regulate blood pressure. Several studies have shown that chia seed consumption leads to lower blood pressure, reduced inflammation, and improved cholesterol levels, all of which are critical for people living with diabetes. Weight loss and insulin resistance. Because of their high fiber and water-absorbing properties, chia seeds expand in the stomach, helping people feel fuller for longer. This can significantly reduce total calorie intake throughout the day and support weight loss, one of the most effective ways to reverse insulin resistance. In one study, overweight adults with type 2 diabetes who consumed chia seeds daily experienced greater reductions in weight, waist circumference, and inflammation markers compared to those who consumed other fiber sources. How to add chia seeds to a diabetic diet. Chia seeds are easy to incorporate into meals. They have a mild, nutty flavor and can be added to both sweet and savory dishes. Some popular ways to enjoy chia seeds include chia pudding. Soak them overnight in almond milk or Greek yogurt with cinnamon and berries. Smoothies. Add a tablespoon to your blender for extra fiber and texture. Salads or oatmeal. Sprinkle on top for crunch and nutrition. Baked goods. Use them as an egg substitute or nutrient boost in muffins and breads. Always allow chia seeds to soak or absorb moisture before eating, as they can expand significantly and may pose a choking risk if eaten dry. Precautions and portion size. While chia seeds are safe and beneficial for most people, moderation is key. Start with 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, especially if you're not used to a high-fiber diet, to prevent bloating or digestive discomfort. Also, since chia seeds can lower blood sugar levels, diabetics on medication should monitor their glucose closely when incorporating them, especially if consumed in larger quantities. Scientific evidence. A 12-week study in type 2 diabetics published in Diabetes Care found that participants who ate chia seeds daily had improved blood pressure, reduced inflammation, measured by C-reactive protein, and better glucose management. Another review in the Journal of Food Science and Technology concluded that chia seeds offer therapeutic benefits in controlling hyperglycemia, dyslipidemia, and oxidative stress in diabetic individuals. Summary. Chia seeds are a diabetic superfood packed with fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and essential nutrients. They support blood sugar control, reduce inflammation, aid weight loss, and protect heart health. Their versatility and ease of use make them a valuable addition to any diabetic meal plan.